can fly.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I just got out to Great Park up in Irvine, about to get a training session in with Armando and Chris. But like while I'm driving up here, I just parked and I was reading some comments in my last video. It was the one with Ramon. One of them was like, yo, I need to improve my 2-mile time. Like, what's the best way to go about this? What's the best way to improve this? And 99% of you who watch my videos know how I'm going to respond to this. But what blows my mind is in the comment section, I'm reading, just all this like crazy stuff about how to do it. It's like, do low intensity 3 miles, incorporate some 1 mile stuff into that, and then alternate it with whatever. And it's just like, no, it blows my mind why so many people complicate these things. If you want to improve a 2 mile, go out and run a 2 mile and time yourself. And if you get 13 minutes and 45 seconds, rest a day, come back the next day and try to do 13 minutes and 44 seconds. And then keep going and going and going until you're getting it under 12 minutes or whatever your goal is. Going back, you can do whatever you want. You can do the 3 miles if you think that helps you. It will help you. Running, doing any sort of workouts, cardio is going to help you. But if your main goal is to prepare for a 2 mile or whatever, why are you doing other stuff? Just go out and run the 2 mile every single day or every other day until you get it down to your goal. The same thing for everything. If your goal is to squat a certain amount of weight, then keep on squatting until you get up to that weight. It's the same exact thing that I'm doing with the John Terry cardio routine. I'm going out and at first I did like 9 sets, then 11 sets, then 13 sets, then 15 sets, then 16 sets, then 20 sets. And now I'm increasing the speed up to 11.5 and 12 miles per hour. And I'm trying to do 15 straight sets of that, 20 straight sets of that. I'm gonna keep ramping it up and up and up. That's improvement. It blows my mind. And it's not complicated. Go out and do whatever you're trying to improve on. I'm motivated this morning. I just read that and it makes me angry because a lot of you are using that it's so complicated, I don't know how to do it, as an excuse to just not going out and doing it. And I want you guys to just go out and do it and to improve on whatever you want to improve on. All right, so powerful start to the video. Armando should be here soon. We're getting into training and should be a good one. Chris will be here at like 7:30, so I'm gonna get a good long warm up in.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities.
So before we get into the training session, I just want to introduce the sponsor of this video, ESPN+. I obviously really like soccer, you guys obviously really like soccer, and since ESPN has a ton of soccer games, exclusive highlights, stats, insights, etc., it was a no-brainer to give them a plug. Anyway, I signed up for ESPN Plus a few days ago, and I've just been playing around with the platform, and I'm honestly really liking it. It gives you access to all of the FA Cup games, which is really exciting. And since I'm an Arsenal fan, I will definitely be watching Arsenal take on Manchester United on January 26th in round 4 of the FA Cup. It should be a sick game, so I'm really excited for that, and I'm gonna be watching that game on this ESPN Plus app. Also, something that's very, very cool for my life is that I'm rarely settled down, so the ESPN Plus resource, you guys can watch it on your phone, on the go, on your laptop, iPad, TV, wherever. ESPN Plus also has full access to tons of rugby and cricket matches, etc., etc., etc. And one of the really cool things I like about the app, besides just watching games or getting highlights like all the other apps out there, it has a ton of really interesting exclusive content like ESPN FC, and it also has like detail, which are really cool kind of like stuff that I want to check out. So I'm really looking forward to getting into that as I dig further and further into this app. So for a limited time only, use the link in my description to get yourself a free 7-day trial. You guys can even cancel within the 7 days and you will never even pay a penny. After the 7 days, it's only $4.99 a month, which is pretty good bargain for all the stuff that you guys can get. And again, cancel at any time, no contract, no annual thing. If you're paying $4.99, you could start it today and cancel it tomorrow. So please click the link in my description and check out ESPN Plus now.
So to start off the session, we did a really simple passing exercise that looks really easy, but in actuality, like when you get out of the field and you try this, it's pretty hard because you have to hit the passes perfectly, leading your partner, weight of the passes, everything. So the pattern is kind of 3 passes on the outside and then 1 pass in the 2 middle. So it goes like this: 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. And you just keep on doing that over and over again. And you're always going to be using your back foot. So when you go down this way, you're using your left foot for me. And then when I turn, I'm not going to be using my right foot coming back this direction. So I'll just let this play out, and then I'll catch you on the next drill.
That's good.
The next drill is the same exact pattern, but we just kind of stood back another 5 yards or so, and this was really difficult. I think it took Mondo and I probably 5 sets until we kind of got like the groove of it, got everything going on, and then we went on for a really long time here. So same exact thing, 3 passes on that last cone right there, and then you go 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, and then you go to the next one: 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. And so it's hard. It's really hard, but try this out. It's super simple. It's really kind of like rewarding when you're out there and you're just passing and it's working. You have that sense of, it's like a satisfying thing to do. So go out and try this with a teammate. So I'm just gonna let this play out, and then I'll catch you on the next one. After that warm-up, Mondo and I want to do a little competition, so we kind of made 2 boxes probably 20 yards apart, 15 to 20 yards apart, and we're just working on pinging it on the ground, lace pass to the other person, and first one to either take a bad touch or mess up loses. And we just kind of played a 5, and it's a really fun game. It's a really good way to work on passing, work on your first touch, just with 2 people, and it's really fun, especially if you're making a competition. So you can see also we're kind of using our right foot because we both really don't want to lose, so we're kind of using our preferred foot to do these passes, just because obviously our weak foot is not as good. So when we're doing the actual training, like beforehand, when it's not a competition, we'll use both feet. But when it comes to the competition, we usually tend to just kind of use our right foot, which isn't the best, but we're competitive. And then right after this, Chris came. So Chris, you'll see him coming in the next one. And then we kind of just did the same exact thing, but with 3 people. So we just made a triangle and did the same exact thing. 3 boxes, about 4 by 4 yards big, about 15 to 20 yards apart, doing the same exact thing. And we played up to 3, and if you lost 3 lives, then you go out, and then the other 2 people play. So I'll let this play out, and again, I'll see you on the next drill.
Get in there. The easiest one, bro. Oh.
The last drill that we really kind of did is just kind of like this kind of 3-cone high step, bouncing out, doing 4 passes, and on the 5th one, you're turning, and you're just trying to go for the far post. So super simple. We did 3 sets of 4 for each person, so we only had 4 balls, so we basically got 12 shots each on the right, and then we popped over the other side and did the same exact thing with the left foot. And that was pretty much it for the session. We did spend a lot of time doing these kind of stuff, and then at the very end, Mondo had to leave early, and then Chris and I just hit some long balls together, so that was pretty much it. We wanted to play, like the idea to come up here was to usually get 4v4, 3v3 kind of small-sided games, but with 3 people, we just, it wasn't the best. Mondo had to leave right after this. Chris kind of showed up like 30 minutes late, so we just didn't have the best numbers. I haven't been filming it, but I'm actually kind of going up to Irvine as well when I'm not doing these sessions at Great Park and getting in like 5-a-side, 6-a-side games with some MLS and USL guys. I haven't brought my camera or recorded any of it because I'm like being invited in to this thing. It's not my session, and I don't want to be intrusive with a camera, and you kind of just want to go and prove yourself as a player first, and then that's just like how I feel. I think it's off-putting, or it leaves a bad taste in the mouth when you kind of just show up, you're the new guy invited in, especially with MLS guys or whatever, and I'm vlogging, throwing around a camera. That's just kind of, I'm not comfortable with that. So that I'm also doing that, getting a lot of games, really good level games, small-sided games, and then that's kind of like what I'm doing when I'm not doing this. But yeah, so that's like off-season. And these final days, it's a lot of playing, it's a lot of cardio, just getting ready for preseason to start, which it will start very soon. Very excited for opportunities that will come up. So I'm just going to let this kind of play out. We're doing it with the right foot, then we go over to the left foot, do the same exact thing on the left foot. The quality is obviously not as good as all of our strong foot with the right, but it's still, still pretty decent. We're working to improve it. And then after this, Mondo had to leave, but then Chris and I just kind of hit long balls for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we called it a day. So overall, like a 2-hour session, 2-hour and 15-minute session, decent. Wasn't the absolute best, most high-intensity training, but when you only have 3 guys, it's still decent. So I'll let the rest of this video play out, and then I will see you after the session. Yeah, I'm done.
When I was driving back, right when I just parked, I saw this comment basically in the interview with Ramon Martin del Campo. If you haven't watched that video, go check that out now. One of my favorite interviews I've ever done. Ramon has an amazing story, so check that video out if you have not listened to Ramon's story. But he was talking just again about the times that he's really suffered in his career, the tribulations he's gone through. And during that part, someone asked if being a professional soccer player takes the fun out of the game. And I responded, and here's my response. And to explain this further, there's a big difference between fun and fulfillment and like long-term happiness. It's fun to stay in and watch Netflix. It's fun to go out to a bar with your friends and have a drink. It's fun to do a lot of stuff that isn't good for you in the long term. Putting in work and being uncomfortable in the short term is going to lead to fulfillment and happiness in the long term. For example, it's not fun to do the John Terry cardio workout. You have seen people who have tried that, and you can see them suffer. That's not fun. It's not fun to suffer through that. It's not fun to go out and train every day. It's not fun to reach out to college coaches and to get put in an uncomfortable situation and face rejection and face not even hearing back. It's not fun. None of this is fun. It's not fun going to combines. It's not fun going on trial, but it's long-term happiness, because when you look back on your life, you're going to be so happy and fulfilled that you went through this and you became a professional soccer, became a D1 college soccer player or whatever. And again, this is just for me. This is how I view life, and I'm sure how many of you view life. But for me, what's important for me is that long-term fulfillment, the long-term happiness. And being a pro is 100%, 100,000% long-term happiness. And I'm willing to give up the short-term fun for the long-term happiness. And I want to make that clear. Today is one of those days I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
What's going on, guys? Matt here.
So I got back from the training session, had like 4 eggs and a banana, and now we're gonna head to the gym. The gym, what I'm gonna do is like super prehab, kind of like patellar tendonitis kind of type workout. So it's gonna be really kind of basic, easy. My legs are feeling pretty sore, and I'm also training again tomorrow and the next day. So it's gonna be like 3 days in a row of training. So I want to do a little bit of prehab yoga, all like the boring stuff today, to kind of like set my body up to just give it the best chance to be able to do well. So yeah, we'll head out and do that right now.
Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. tape my eyes open to force reality.
Everyone likes videos.
Oh my.
Carly closed for us.
Did they? I'm too busy recording Chipotle. For Christmas, Mimi's mom gave me Chipotle gift cards and like a funny card and then a picture of her dog.
Which you haven't put in your wallet yet.
That picture doesn't even fit in my wallet. It's like a 4x6.
Well, yeah, fold it.
I'll frame it and put it on my desk.
Aww.
As for the John Terry cardio session, I haven't recorded like the last 2 times I did it, but I'm feeling spectacular. The last time you guys saw, I did 16 sets of the John Terry workout. Right before I left for Ottawa, I did 20 sets. And then in Ottawa, I did a whole bunch of some team trainings. I played in a 7v7 game, which you guys will all see in a vlog later on. When they post their video, we're gonna post our videos at the same time. But then I got back from Ottawa and then I ramped up the speed and did what's on the screen right now. So 11.2 for 10 sets, 3 sets at 11.5, and then 2 sets at 12 miles per hour and killed it. So feeling really, really good. My goal is to do like 15 sets at 12 miles per hour, which is gonna be really, really tough. But yeah, fitness-wise, I'm feeling spectacular. I'm ready for preseason now, but now it's just about getting to the point where I'm so fit that I can go in there and just be like a head and shoulders above everybody else, or try to. It's always tough though, because everybody that you're gonna be with is a pro too, and they're taking this very seriously. Nice.
What was this from?
That's from St. Louis. That's the gym in St. Louis.
So many gyms over the past year, I don't remember.
Yeah.
For dinner, I'm having like rotisserie chicken, a little bit of cornbread, and broccoli and water. So pretty simple.
Interesting stuff.
This is the quality content that you guys signed up for.
Ooh.
So I've just been sitting down editing up this video that you're watching right now for the last 3 or 4 hours, just kind of also responding to emails and responding to a lot of tweets. I'm really liking Twitter. I just made a Twitter 2 weeks ago. I think I just passed 700 followers, which is awesome. I really like that constant engagement with you guys. So hop on my Twitter right now, follow me and engage with me now while I have just 700 followers or something, before it gets a little bit bigger and it's harder for me to respond to everything. Also, I'm getting some very positive, I want to say vibes, I guess, from some teams for next year. I can never announce anything. I never want to announce anything. I can't talk about anything until it's set in stone, signed, announced, anything. But I'm feeling pretty confident for 2019 season. So I don't want to say what league. I don't want to say anything, but things are looking good. So I'm excited. But you just have to stay patient. Yeah, it's hard. That's the hardest part, staying patient. The next few videos from here on out are just going to be ramping it up. Cardio, ramping up the training, ramping up everything. We're getting kind of down to crunch time. So this is where it really gets serious. But I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Be sure to like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, peace.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradle.